Welcome to this Wisdom Wednesday episode, which is about honoring today as Empower Women Day. We will be looking at quotes by and about some of the most amazing women that have been our inspirations and our truth tellers, as well as inspirations to empower women. But first, let's remember that we're coming from a place of living in harmony with the infinite wisdom that dreamed you into being. Let's keep reminding ourselves to look at life from this higher view. It's where we learn not to sweat the small stuff. Hi, I'm Carrie Fox, and my main mission in life is to be a constant reminder of your infinite wisdom connection. And for today, that means that I'm here to inspire you and to empower you. So let's look into honoring the wisdom from and for women. Now let's start this quote from one of the most beloved women leaders of the 20th century, Maya Angelou, who told us, "We may encounter many defeats, but we must not be defeated." We need to not let the stuff in our lives break us or defeat us or wound us. I hope you find a seed or two of significance in the quotes that I share with you today, and I'd like to start with this one from Cleopatra. "I will not be triumphed over." Or here's another one. This is from author Mary Wollstonecraft, who says, "I do not wish women to have power over men, but over themselves." And we have a quote from Louisa May Alcott. "I'm not afraid of storms, for I'm learning to sail my ship." Next, we have one out of the mouths of babes, the beloved Anne Frank. "How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world." What an amazing youngster. And now from one of the first computer programmers. Her name was Grace Hopper. She says, "If it's a good idea, go ahead and do it. It's much easier to apologize than to give permission." Now, this is a quote I've used so many times in my life, especially when I was working within the confines of corporate rules and regulations. It was a supervisor or a manager of my department one time when I wanted to do something, and he said, "Listen, go ahead, do it. Don't say I said you could do it. Just go ahead and do it because it's easier to apologize than to get permission." Love it, love it, love it, love it. Next is one I found from Florence Nightingale. "I attribute my success to this: I never gave or took an excuse." And doesn't that fit with the image that you have of this woman that was the founder of modern nursing? I don't know if you've seen any of the documentaries or plays or movies that have been done about her, but that is the way they portrayed her too. That you needed to show up for your job, you needed to show up for your shift, you needed to not complain, you needed to do your part to help people that are in need of nursing. An amazing woman. Next, I have a quote from Simone de Beauvoir. She's a French philosopher who said, "Change your life today. Don't gamble on the future. Act now without delay." Something that I think so many of us need to be reminded of every single day. Stop putting off the things that you know you're supposed to be doing or know you should be doing. Make time for it. Do it. Today's the day. Then from the well-known American actress Judy Garland, who says, another one of my favorite quotes, "Always be a first-rate version of yourself instead of a second-rate version of somebody else." Right on, Judy. Next, we have one of the letting it all hang out rock stars of the hippie generation, Miss Janis Joplin, who said, "Don't compromise yourself. You are all you've got." Gosh, right to the point. And now from one of my favorite women ever, Miss Katharine Hepburn. "As one goes through life, one learns that if you don't paddle your own canoe, you don't move." Self-empowerment. Love you. And another Hepburn popular around the same time was Audrey, who said, I believe in pink. I believe that laughing is the best calorie burner. I believe in kissing a lot. I believe in being strong when everything seems to be going wrong. I believe that happy girls are the prettiest girls. I believe that tomorrow is another day, and I believe in miracles. She was a great actress and humanitarian. Next, we have a quote from Nora Ephron, who said, above all, be the heroine of your life, not the victim. How many of us slip into victimhood? Victimship? Not sure which that should be. Next to everyone's favorite redhead, Miss Lucille Ball, who said, I have an everyday religion that works for me. Love yourself first and everything else falls into line. I 100% agree. And who better to follow Lucille Ball than Marilyn Monroe, who said, women who seek to be equal with men lack ambition. And I have so much respect and admiration for this next woman that I'm almost at a loss of words how to present her quote, except to say, ladies and gentlemen, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Women belong in all places where decisions are being made. It shouldn't be that women are the exception. Takes us, of course, to Gloria Steinem. The first problem for all of us, men and women, is not to learn, but to unlearn. We are filled with the popular wisdom of several centuries just past, and we are terrified to give it up. And let's follow her by the powerful Madeleine Albright, who said, it took me quite a long time to develop a voice, and now that I have it, I'm not going to be silent. And I love this pure and simple quote from Helene Quizot, who said, I am spacious, singing flesh. Enough said. Next, I have one by Byron Katie. It's not your job to like me. It's mine. And Miss Meryl Streep says, what makes you different or weird? That's your strength. Love these. Next is the American author that's less well known than the last few ladies I have on here. Her name is Bell Hooks, and she says, I will not have my life narrowed down. I will not bow down to someone else's whim or to someone else's ignorance. Powerful statement. And now to one of the best known women on the planet Earth, Miss Oprah Winfrey, who says, I know for sure that what we dwell on is what we become. Next we have Dr. Mae Jemison, who's a NASA astronaut, who says, don't let anyone rob you of your imagination, your creativity, or your curiosity. It's your place in the world. It's your life. And how about J.K. Rowling, who said, it is possible to live without failing, it is impossible to live without failing at something unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you failed by default. Love it, love it, love it. Next, I have a Nigerian author, and I'm going to try to pronounce her name, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, who says, a man who will be intimidated by me is the exact type of man I have no interest in. Hoorah! And some women choose to follow men, and some women choose to follow their dreams. If you're wondering which way to go, remember that your career will never wake up and tell you that it doesn't love you anymore. The wonderful Stephanie Germanotta, Lady Gaga. And let's see. Okay, so I've added one more thing to this episode today because it so clearly supports my work with wounded women and today's topic of empowering women. So some of these words from wisdom from really an unknown author. I haven't been able to verify who wrote this, but this is the gist of it. So here's the image I want you to keep in your mind as I read this prose to you. Hello, God. Hello. I'm falling apart. Can you put me back together? I'd rather not. Why? Because you're not a puzzle. What about all the pieces of my life that fall to the ground? They fell for a reason. Let them be there for a while and then decide if you need to get any of those pieces back. You don't understand. I'm breaking up. No, you don't understand. You're transcending, evolving. What you feel are growing pains. You're getting rid of the things and the people in your life that are holding you back. The pieces are not falling down. The pieces are being put back in place. So relax. Take a deep breath and let the things that you no longer need fall away. Stop clinging to pieces that are no longer for you. Let them fall. Let them go. Well, once I start doing that, what will I have left? Only the best pieces of you. But I'm afraid to change. I encourage you to understand that you're not changing. You are becoming. Becoming who? Becoming who I created you to be. A person of light, love, charity, hope, courage, joy, mercy, grace, and compassion. I made you for so much more than those shallow pieces you decided to adorn yourself with and that you cling to with so much greed and fear. Let those things fall off you. I love you. Become who I want you to be, who I created. I'm going to keep telling you this until you remember. There goes another piece. Yes, let it go. So, I'm not broken? No, you're breaking through the darkness with the dawn. It's a new day, becoming who you really are. So much of my work in this lifetime is devoted to women who feel wounded or broken. And I'm committed to helping them heal, to let go of their old stories of why they are broken and to let their light shine again. Remember. Uh-oh. That's interesting. Remember. There we go. Loving yourself isn't vanity. It's sanity. And that's by Katrina Mayer. She's a keynote speaker and an author. So as we keep moving forward today, remember to live in harmony with the infinite wisdom that dreamed you into being. And that the bottom line for today is you are so much better and bigger and wiser than you think you are, and it's your time. This time in our evolution for women to find their center, find their passion and their purpose and their power. The world is changing and we need to step up to the plate to be part of creating a better world. I hope you found some of today's quotes and inspirations helpful or enlightening. And remember, if you want to see our daily inspirations and our weekly videos, our Facebook page is Harmony Enterprises with Carrie Fox. And if you know me at all, you know that I am not only a huge advocate of meditation, but I do many different kinds of meditation classes and workshops trying to do my part to help us all break free from the grasp of our egos or of life's chaos. So some of these trainings are on how to get into a meditative state, no matter how active or intrusive your ego or mind or thoughts are, how to get connected to your infinite wisdom that dreamed you into being, so that you are connected to intuition and inspiration and co-creation. And what we do is we have a wait list for people who want to know when the next event is scheduled. You can get on the list by sending an email to meditationproject@harmonyenterprises.net. I'll repeat that. The email is meditationproject@harmonyenterprises.net. So next week, our Wisdom Wednesday is going to focus on writing your own headlines to help you get focused and stay focused and inspired as we step into our grand adventure, the one you came here to create. Remember that? So please, for today, tomorrow, and beyond, remember to live in harmony with the infinite wisdom that dreamed you into being. I want to thank you for joining me today, and remember, your thriving is my passion. You are hereby appointed to go forth and create your happy and wonderful grand adventure. Bye for now.